conclusion of our reviews of Godzilla Here There Be Dragons. We have issue 5, and what did you think of this issue?
You called it.
I mean, exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. Like, the exact storyline happened. They didn't tease another series per se.
But it's like left
I'm also kind of like, how do you just end it like that?
Yeah.
You know?
Like, it kind of like, I mean, it confirmed everything that we thought.
It did.
But yeah, I'm kind of curious. I really am hoping maybe in a couple weeks or so that we'll get an announcement of like a follow-up-ish series or something set in the same universe.
Yes.
Like we had said in issue 3 is when they introduced this whole Sons of the Giants secret kaiju cult, where it showed flashbacks across all different times, talking Roman Empire, the Vikings, the Aztecs, all across time, all different settings with different kaijus, different time periods, and I was like, I want to see these spin-offs.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm hoping that we do get more of these. I don't know what the next series would be called. It wouldn't be Here There Be Dragons because that was like a pirate reference.
Yes.
But I kind of want I would really like to see the Vikings or the Roman Empire as any of those settings. All of them are so cool. I mean,
how often do you think about them doing a Roman Empire Godzilla series?
I've been thinking about it a lot lately, at least once a week.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's like such an old joke now too. But I would like to see like where it goes going forward. You can even do like an Industrial Revolution Britain or something. But I guess we'll get into the actual story of it.
Yeah, I mean, last we left off, they had found the treasure on Monster Island in the cave. Henry Hull was there with Sir Francis Drake, but unfortunately, what's his name? Blanco,
yes,
the Spanish Armada captain, showed up and began killing off Drake's crew because they were too busy screaming and celebrating. They didn't realize they're just knocking them off one at a time. So it came down in Henry's story that it was just the 3 of them left standing. And meanwhile, outside, Godzilla, last we seen, he had just defeated Ebirah, and Udako, the giant octopus, was pulling him underwater. But here we see them give you kind of a recap at the beginning, showing Henry was saying, Godzilla is almost like the captain of a ship, and the ship is Monster Island, and sometimes a captain's got to put his crew in order. So it gives a little flashback. We see a flashback of Godzilla fighting Kumonga, which we did not see happen in the series. We see Odako swimming through the ocean, just all the tentacles grabbing great whites and just eating them. And then, so he's referring to the other kaiju as the crewmates for Godzilla.
Yeah.
So cuts back now. Udako and Ebirah have started a mutiny against Godzilla, and he's now fighting the 2 of them. So Ebirah, we thought was down for the count, but no, he's back up now that Udako's in. He's like, I can't give up now. So they begin fighting. It's absolutely a brutal fight.
Yeah. And then, so basically, Godzilla's getting defeated. Like, he's got down for the count. He can't handle the double team. But Ebirah misses up, tries to go and stab Godzilla. And now that there's some closeness in the range, Godzilla rips off Ebirah's pokey claw, because he has a chompy claw and a pokey claw.
Yeah, he grabs it with his mouth and just rips it off. So Ebirah's writhing in pain.
He stabs Udaku, and then he grabs Udaku. I was not expecting.
No, he grabs Ebirah first and like rips its mouth open, like breaks its jaw. And then, yeah, you can continue what he does next.
So he stuffs Udaku in Ebirah's mouth, and then does the kiss of death on the two of them, just atomic breath straight down Ebirah's throat, and just eviscerates both of them.
Yeah, just sends him sinking down to the bottom of the ocean. I was like, that is like some Mortal Kombat stuff there. I'm like, that was just a brutal kill.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I was not expecting that. But the other thing I kind of wasn't expecting that to be though was that was kind of the final fight of the series. I mean, we're on issue 5, so they can't go throwing anything else in there. But yeah, that's the final fight of the series for Godzilla, at least. Cut back to Drake and Blanco. They're decking it out. And Blanco, he's fueled by rage. He wants to get that revenge. So he actually wins the fight. He's just about to deliver the killing blow to Drake. And Godzilla just atomic breaths him. Just gone.
Now,
wiped off the face of the earth.
Yes. And he's just standing over Sir Francis Drake's body with like some sort of monster's head and is about to crush him. And he just like out of nowhere, atomic breath gone.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to remember was Drake, because at first I was like, oh, that's a little odd. I'm like, how's Drake going to get out of this? Drake did not attack Godzilla when they appeared on the island. He said, hold. Then the Spanish Armada showed up, controlled by Blanco. He ordered them to attack Godzilla, and his whole Spanish Armada got wiped out. So Godzilla was just getting back at Blanco for that one.
Yeah.
And he kind of let Drake go. Because Drake begins praying, because he's like, Henry said, oh, Drake began praying to anybody and anything that he could. The gods, the sea gods, anything. And he closes his eyes, he opens them up, and he just sees Godzilla turning, walking back out to the island and sea. And Henry and Drake got their gold. They came back to Britain, gave the Queen her cut, and then Drake shortly died after of dysentery. But Henry is telling Sir Walsingham that he doesn't believe that happened. He thinks that Drake was poisoned because he was sworn to secrecy about the secret kaiju organization and all this that happened on the island, and that the Sons of
Giants.
The Giants had poisoned him. And Sir Walsingham goes, all right. He goes, so is that it? Is there anything else to the story that you have? And he goes, no, that's it. He shoots Henry dead. The guard that's been giving him trouble the whole time, that was originally going to hang him, is like, what the hell? Walsingham goes, hey, Boggs, to the guy in armor that was beating on him the whole time too. And Boggs immediately shoots that guard. And Boggs is like, oh, he's like, he was a really good captain, he's like, I didn't hate to have to kill him off, but he's like, you know what, the secret's safe. And then Walsingham goes, hey guys, can you come in here and help clean this up? And they kill Boggs.
Yeah.
And Boggs was in on it, which is odd to me.
I think that Walsingham got to Boggs and was like, hey, this is for the Queen. He wasn't really in on it.
Yeah, he wasn't in on the kaiju conspiracy.
Because
I guess.
They kill Boggs, they burn the whole place down to the ground. Awesome action shot. You don't look at the explosion as you're walking away. And as they're walking away,
that's how it
all
ends.
three of them say, Hail Godzilla. And that's the end of the series.
Yeah.
So to me, it confirms obviously it confirms the secret society thing. Whether or not they follow up on it, I don't know. I really hope that they do, because I feel like, why would you even go there if you weren't going to do a follow-up?
No, 100%. And I think, like I said, I really think the Vikings would work best for the next one if they want to revisit Monster Island, because the Vikings did explore.
Yeah.
So I think it would work. We'll see.
Yeah, we kind of have to see what, if we're going to be going like, oh, it's the English Empire that's controlling it. I mean, you can do...
Because the Vikings did clash with the English too.
Yeah. And then you can
So
also do you could do like China, like a Hong Kong King Ghidorah type of thing. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of ways you can go with it.
yeah,
It really opens it up
yeah,
quite a bit. And overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the series.
yeah.
I
I really enjoyed
I
it.
wish there was more kaiju action a little bit. That would kind of be.
They were pretty quick reads. I mean, it was your standard comic book, but
They
yeah,
were, but when you put people like Hedora and Anguirus and stuff on the covers, and then they don't show up, it's like a little like, you
yeah,
know, it's like why would you do
yeah.
that?
They were like cameos. You
Yeah,
know, they were
very
like
brief.
flashbacks.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, I'd say it's a really well put together story, and it was a great series altogether. Definitely worth the
No, I
read.
really enjoyed
Still
it.
picking up the trade paperback when that comes out. Like, definitely on board with this. Ready to move on to the next series, though. We haven't quite figured out what that's going to be. I think we're going to do an indie comic for our next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing some indie comics because we're heading towards the back end of the year. We backed a bunch of projects this year. I believe, I think Kaiju's and Cowboys issue 3 should be heading out fairly soon. I know that we got the physical copies. I had got the Snarlagon, Monster Matador. What else? I have Godliath physical copy shipping out right now.
Notzilla.
Not Zilla, yes. That physical has not shipped yet. I do have the digital
Oh,
for
okay.
that. Yeah, lots of indie stuff out there to cover that we could catch up on. So we'll have to figure that out for next episode. I'm gone. That's a nice little
Yeah,
graphic
probably.
novella there. But we'll be doing -1. Uh, but now we're gonna continue on with the Godzilla stuff. We have